It's Olympics time. At the time of recording, the Tokyo 2020 Olympics have just begun, and it got me thinking again. How many gold medals has New Zealand actually won at the Olympics? The answer is 43, and here's a breakdown of every great New Zealander who's won them. Number 1, Malcolm Champion, swimming. New Zealand's first ever Olympic gold medalist represented the combined Australasian Team at the 1912 Stockholm Games in the 4x200 metre freestyle relay. And with a name like Champion, how could he not have won? Ted Morgan, boxing. Ted Morgan was the second ever New Zealander to win an Olympic gold medal, winning the men's welterweight boxing division at the 1928 Amsterdam Games. Jack Lovelock, athletics. At the 1936 Games in Berlin, Jack Lovelock not only won the 1500 metres, but he also set a world record for the event. Yvette Williams, track and field. In 1952, Yvette Williams became the first female gold medalist from New Zealand. She also became the first woman to jump more than 20 feet, that's 6.1 metres, and that was at the Helsinki Games. Norman Reid, walking. Born in England but moved to New Zealand in 1953, Norman Reid won the 50-kilometre walking race in Melbourne and continued to represent New Zealand at the Olympics and Commonwealth Games right up until 1966. Pete Mander and Jack Crop, sailing. Also at the Melbourne Games, Pete Mander and Jack Crop took the gold medal in the 12-metre Sharpie class. Peter Snell, track and field. New Zealand's first multiple Olympic gold medalist, Peter Snell won 3 gold medals. He won the 800 metres in Rome in 1960, then in Tokyo in 1964, he won both the 800 and 1500 metre races. He also set the world record for the world mile record in 1962 and was later voted as New Zealand's sports champion of the 20th century. Murray Halberg, track and field. Murray Halberg won the 5,000 metres final in Rome in 1960. New Zealand's top sporting prize, the Halberg Awards, is also named after him. Helmer Peterson and Earl Wells, sailing. Helmer Peterson and Earl Wells became New Zealand's third gold medalist at the 1964 Games, winning the Flying Dutchman sailing class event. Dick Joyce, Dudley Story, Ross Collins, Warren Cole, and Simon Dickey, rowing Cox Fours. This team had never raced together before the 1968 Olympics, yet they won their event and were New Zealand's only gold medalists at the Mexico City Games. Tony Hurt, Wybo Veldman, Dick Joyce, John Hunter, Lindsay Wilson, Athol Hurl, Trevor Coker, Gary Robertson, and Simon Dickey again. The New Zealand men's rowing eights team were the favourites to win at the Munich Games of 1972. They indeed did win and were New Zealand's only gold medalists that year. Of course, the 1972 Games ended up being shadowed by the murder of 11 Israeli team members. John Walker, track and field. In the year before the 1976 Montreal Games, John Walker broke several world records. At Montreal, he won the gold medal in the 1500 metres final. He recently retired from local politics in New Zealand as he is currently battling Parkinson's disease. The New Zealand men's field hockey team. The New Zealand men's hockey team were the other gold medalists for New Zealand at the 1976 Montreal Games. Ian Ferguson, canoeing. To date, no one has won more Olympic gold medals than Ian Ferguson for New Zealand. He is a 4-time Olympic gold medalist. In 1984, he was winner of the K1 500 metre flatwater, the K2 500 metre flatwater, and the K4 1000 metre flatwater events. In 1988 in Seoul, he won the K2 500 metre flatwater. Paul Mcdonald, canoeing. Also at the 1984 and 88 Games, Paul Mcdonald equals Peter Snell in Olympic gold medals for New Zealand. He is winner of the K2 500 metre flatwater and K4 1000 metre flatwater at the LA Games and winner of the K2 500 metre flatwater in 1988. Alan Thompson, canoeing. Another member of New Zealand's successful 1984 canoeing team was Alan Thompson, who at the 1984 Games won the K1 1000 metre flatwater and was a member of the K4 1000 metre flatwater team. Mark Todd, equestrian. Mark Todd is a double gold medal winner. He won his first gold in the LA 84 Games in individual eventing, and he won his second gold in Seoul 88, also in individual eventing. Les O'Connell, Shane O'Brien, Conrad Robertson, and Keith Trask, rowing. Some people say the competition was weakened by several Eastern Bloc countries withdrawing from the 1984 Games. Nevertheless, the New Zealand men's rowing Cockless 4 team won the event and added another gold medal to a very successful Games for New Zealand. Russell Cootes, sailing. Russell Cootes is one of New Zealand's most famous sailors. He won the gold medal in 1984 in the Finn class, and later in his career he captained Team New Zealand to win the America's Cup in 1995. Chris Timms and Rex Sellers, sailing. Of the two members of the Open Multi-Hull Tornado class event in 1984, Rex Sellers also went on to win silver for New Zealand in Seoul in 1988. Bruce Kendall, board sailing. Bruce Kendall was winner of the board sailing event in 1988 and was New Zealand's third gold medalist at the Seoul Olympics. Barbara Kendall, board sailing. Barbara is the younger sister of Bruce and was New Zealand's only gold medalist at the 1992 Barcelona Games. Blythe Tate, equestrian. Blythe Tate has won several Olympic silver and bronze medals at the 92 and 96 Games. In 1996, he won the gold medal for individual eventing. Danyon Loader, swimming. Danyon Loader became the first gold medalist in swimming for New Zealand since Malcolm Champion in 1912. He won 2 golds at the 1996 Games, the 200 and 400 metre freestyle events. Rob Waddell, rowing. Despite being close to home at the Sydney 2000 Games, Rob Waddell was New Zealand's only gold medalist in the single sculls rowing. He then quit rowing to be an America's Cup grinder. Georgina Evers-Swindell and Carolyn Evers-Swindell, rowing. The Evers-Swindell twins are double Olympic gold medalists, winning the double sculls event in both 2004 and 2008. Sarah Ulmer, cycling. Sarah Ulmer represented New Zealand in 3 Olympic Games, Atlanta 96, Sydney 2000 and Athens 2004. She won the 3,000 metre individual pursuit in 2004. Hamish Carter, triathlon. Hamish Carter is a renowned triathlete on the World Triathlon circuit. He won the gold at the 2004 Games. Tom Ashley, board sailing. Tom Ashley became the 3rd board sailing gold medalist for New Zealand at the 2008 Beijing Games. Valerie Adams, track and field. Valerie Adams won her first gold medal in the 2008 Games. She followed up in London in 2012, winning the shot put event again, but she couldn't make it a hat-trick in Rio where she won silver. Nathan Cohen and Joseph Sullivan, rowing. Nathan Cohen and Joseph Sullivan were New Zealand's first gold medalists at the London Games. Hamish Bond and Eric Murray, rowing. Hamish Bond and Eric Murray are double gold medalists, winning the coxless pair in both 2012 and 2016. Mahi Drysdale, rowing. Mahi Drysdale is another double Olympic gold medalist, winning the single sculls events in both 2012 and 2016. Lisa Carrington, canoe. Lisa Carrington is another double gold medalist at both the 2012 and 2016 Games, where she won the K1 200 metres. Peter Burling and Blair Tuke, sailing. The last Olympic gold medalists to date are Peter Burling and Blair Tuke, who took out the skiff 49er event. The pair will also compete for the same event in Tokyo. So there it is, every Olympic gold medal winner for New Zealand. Now, there's only one thing more important than the total number of gold medals won, and that's the much coveted per capita gold medals per million rankings. It's a mostly meaningless ranking system developed by small countries like New Zealand to feel much more important than they really are. But hey, we'll take our 6th place spot on the table nonetheless. Anyway, who will be the next gold medalist for New Zealand? Will we even win a gold medal in Tokyo? Will our per capita ranking rise or fall? Only time will tell. See you in the next one.